Good afternoon, passengers. This is your head of school, Captain Stephen Druggan speaking. First, I'd like to welcome everyone onto Springside, Chestnut Hill Academy's flight with service from September to June. Once we reach our cruising altitude of 33,000 feet, we'll be traveling at an airspeed of 400 miles per hour. The weather looks good, and with a mild tailwind on our side, and hopefully not too many snow days forecasted. So we are expecting to arrive in June right on schedule. The weather in June is clear and sunny with a high of 85 degrees. The cabin crew will be reviewing your safety information and coming around shortly to offer you a light beverage. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Aaron Bergman, and I'll be taking care of your mathematics needs on this flight. As the head of crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors above as we review the emergency procedures. Please turn off all your electronic devices at this time, as it interferes with the aircraft's navigational equipment and is in poor taste when someone is delivering a presentation. There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a moment to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be behind you. When the seatbelt sign illuminates, you must fasten your seatbelt. Insert the metal fittings one into the other and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight, as every family with teenagers will experience turbulence. In the unlikely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seats, and emergency lighting will lead you to the closest exit and slide. We ask that you make sure that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the syllabus in the seat pocket in front of you. Today, we will be talking about the pedagogical and psycho-emotional advantages afforded to a technologically rich mathematics learning environment, particularly in an upper school setting. Should you experience a sudden loss of blood pressure to the head, oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose, pull the strap to tighten it. If you are traveling with children, you might try to make sure that your own mask is on first before assisting your child's. But as with most things technological, your child will probably figure it all out well before you. This flight is equipped with a flipped classroom. Simply put, students watch Bergman's YouTube videos at home and do traditional homework at school. Parents enjoy the flipped classroom for a variety of reasons. Often they feel less pressure to answer math homework problems at home. Because students do their practice at school in Bergman's classroom, family strife and struggle over math homework is far reduced. Can somebody please say amen? In addition to release from homework help, parents like the flipped classroom because they have exposure to as much instruction as they wish. Having videos occasionally play at home keeps parents in the loop and more aware of the kind of mathematics their child is learning. Students enjoy the flipped classroom for a variety of reasons. First of all, it is highly efficient. No more staring at homework problems alone at home, wondering what to do next. Students do spend a healthy amount of time wrestling with mathematical concepts in class. If they get stuck or confused, they are never far from the help of a classmate or their teacher. And this is another favorite of students. The help they get in class is highly personalized and just in time. The upper school has a daily 45-minute long after-school drop-in policy known as SAS, which stands for Student Academic Support. Basically, SAS is teachers making sure they are available for students' questions after school. This drop-in program is so effective because it is student-driven. Students can ask the questions they have at the time they need it. Well, if you appreciate SAS, then you're going to love the flipped classroom. Most of the time, Bergman's class pretty much looks like a room full of students getting their homework practice problems done during SAS, with the teacher bouncing from group to group. When it comes to the videos, students gain direct control over the instruction they receive. Since instruction is just a video, they can choose the time of day, the location, and the pace at which they view their video. Students can even watch their videos in the car or on the bus with their mobile devices. They can re-watch information as many times as they wish, and they can review lessons before a test if they like. Students can even work ahead in their lessons if they are diligent enough to predict a difficult academic season ahead of them. Lastly, students who miss class for athletic, medical, activity, or performance-related reasons find that making up work is much more straightforward and achievable. So that's the 5-minute pitch for the flipped classroom. At this point, the number one burning question that most people ask is, what do students do if they have a question in the middle of the video? They used to be able to just raise their hand in class. Yes, I agree. I go one step further and say that students are better off if they have questions about videos. Research shows that student engagement in a video actually deepens when students are required to bring at least one question to class the next day. Questions are a sign of an engaged listener. So what do we do about questions during videos? I encourage my students to write their questions down in their notes and bring them to class. I've cleared a well-defined space in the notes for this, as well as a structured time in class to clear up questions from videos. Another frequently asked question that parents often have is, how can I support my child in the flipped classroom? Parent support in the flipped classroom looks very similar to parent support in traditional classrooms. The most important would be to periodically have healthy conversations about your child's grades in all of their classes. Many parents enjoy these conversations weekly. Secondly, please contact me early on if you have any questions or start to see any issues with students. As with problems that arise in other areas of our lives, finding solutions is much easier earlier rather than later. So please feel free to contact me early on. Well, that about wraps things up here. Please return your seat backs and tray tables to their upright positions. We know you have a variety of options when it comes to educational institutions. We thank you that you've chosen SCH for all your educational needs, and we look forward to serving you again next year as well. From all of us at SCH, have a pleasant night.